is a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas. And I have with me today Ambaya Martin from Ambaya Gold, and she's going to continue on a series that she's been doing about, at this point, Tai Chi Gung. And she's going to pick up where we left off last. So let me bring her on. And please notice the AmbayaTaiChiGung.com for more information. Hi, Ambaya.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Nice to be here.
I'm glad to have you back. We
Yes,
did part of
yes.
a Tai Chi Gung, and then we kind of, so maybe we should do a little bit of a review of what you spoke of last time.
Right. Well, I don't know how far back you want me to go on a review, but basically we tied the Ayurvedic knowledge of the Ayurvedic medicine, and then we broke into the Tai Chi Gung, which basically ties in all of the teachings of the Siddha yogis from many thousands of years ago that include the yoga, the Ayurveda, and the Tai Chi Gung, which was developed out of all of those sciences, practices, whatever you want to call them, the yoga and the movements and the breath. And the Tai Chi Gung were exercises given to a man, basically, that spent a lot of time in nature about 3,300 years ago, called Boganathar. And Boganathar was a great yogi from India who was having a lot of experiences or visions of this luscious land and waterfalls. And so he ended up going to China at the suggestion of one of the sadhus, because he said that what he was describing sounded like the land in China. And what Boganathar was after was really trying to find out what was missing, because all of the yogis and the sadhus and the sages basically of that time were doing great meditations and great things, but they were not taking care of their body. And Boganathar said, well, if God is everywhere, he must be in our body also. And I would like to find out what's missing so that we can put that in. And after many decades that he spent in nature in China, he was actually introduced to the son of the emperor, who was very ill. And he, in assisting him in getting well, I think he stayed with him for about 20 years. That's my understanding. And he, during the time before and during the time that he was there, developed these exercises that basically allow us to mimic how the earth elements move in nature. And since our body is made up of all of these different elements, the same as in nature, the ether, the air, the fire, the water, and the earth, then we must move along with it. And also, the breath was very important because that's what allows for all of the flow. So the movements in flow, or the postures in flow with the breath, is what came to be known as Tai Chi Gung. And the emperor, who lived 20 years more than what the doctors at that time were telling him he was going to die, but he literally survived another 20 years. And he named he gave him the name Latsu. So this knowledge actually comes from Latsu, who everybody thinks is Chinese, but he's not Chinese, he's actually Hindi. So he was a Hindi yogi. And so what we're going to do today is go through some of these very basic steps of Tai Chi Gong, which seem like very, very simple exercises, but they're very, very powerful. And their intent is literally to bring vitality to the whole body, and through the balance of all of our endocrine system and the balance of the left and the right side of our brain and bodies, we will regain this ability to connect fully with our inner spirit so that we can actually be effective at being fulfilling that inner desire of our individual souls. So that's what this is all about. And I got introduced to it by a teacher who has been studying and teaching Tai Chi Gong for over 4 decades. I think he's been teaching for 42 and studying for about 52 in Tibet and in India. And he is now in the United States and has been teaching here for a few years. So if you would like to go to that Ambaya Tai Chi Gong website and log on to the Circle of Life, you will be able to um, practice these exercises on a daily basis because you will be able to get them through that website. So we can start some of the very basic in, unless you have any.
Okay, let me mention. Why did it sound like that? I was just going to mention a couple of things, and that was if anybody has any questions, if you go to dlive.tv/Gail of Gaia, you can ask questions live while this is happening. And then the website she was referring to is Ambaya Tai Chi Gung. And the other thing I'll bring up later. I'm going to put us on a screen that makes you larger.
Okay.
And see if that'll work. Not that one. Not that one. I don't know which one's which, so I have to switch around here.
I moved back also, so just.
Oh, how's that? That kind of splits us in half.
Yeah, that's good. But you can see my feet, which is good.
Yeah, I can see your feet. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Very good.
Okay, this works.
Okay. Very good. So the way we're going to begin these very basic exercises, they're kind of divided in two. Some of them are upper exercises and some of them are the lower body exercises. And we'll start out with the warm-up exercises. And we will start that by taking our right hand and circling it over our left hand. And our left hand will move naturally in the opposite direction. Yeah. What we're working with here is the heart meridians, because there's heart meridians in the palms of our hands. So we will circulate. The other thing that's happening here is also because all our fingers are represented, will represent all of the elements, the ether, the air, the water, the fire, and the earth. We're also working on all of the elements in our body. We can now turn our hands sideways a little bit and we can speed up the process, but they're still circling while they're touching each other. And we're literally enhancing the circulation in the heart. This goes straight to the heart meridian, in the palms of our hands. Okay, now we can slow it down a little bit, and we're going to turn our hands like in a prayer position, and we're going to slide to the next. And what we're working with here is the wrists of our hands have the lung meridian. So this is connecting the lung to the heart. getting the whole upper body warmed up. And then we're going to slow it down a little bit. And now we're going to twist our hands and clasp them together and exhale as you are your hand as though we were pressing a dumpling. And then breathe in through the nose while we're exchanging to the other side. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale on the twist, exhale on the squeeze. And what this is doing, it's releasing all of that emotional um, tension from our emotional hearts.
It has a calming effect.
Oh, yes, it will. By releasing all that emotional stress, you will definitely have a calming effect. Okay. Then we're going to actually go into our hands figure eight. So if we clasp our hands and we do a figure eight, we can move the hands out a little bit and then coil them back in. Pull them out and in. Oops.
I know, excuse me. I knocked my bike over. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting
This
carried away on the on the infinity sign here.
Well, these exercises can be done either standing up or sitting down. So those people that have a hard time standing up for whatever reason, they can do them sitting down. And little by little, with all the other exercises, the strength will return. And so this arms figure eight is balancing the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. It's balancing our left and our right side of our energy body. This next time, when we stretch it all the way out, and then bring it in with an inhale, and then exhale down. Inhale up, exhale out, inhale in, exhale down, inhale up, exhale out, inhale in, exhale down, and then circle the arms back towards the front. And we're going to let go of that energy. And one more time. And then we're going to reverse and open up the solar plexus and work those shoulders. One more time. Okay. Now we're going to bring our chin to our chest gently. And then bring it back up. In. Exhale.
The first time I hear crack, crack, crack.
Then do it gently. Be gentle. Just go slow. Start, go slow. And this time back to neutral. And turn it to the right. And now to the left. And this next time, we're going to keep on this right side for about 5 counts. And to the other side. Move back to center. And now we can relax our feet a little bit. And we're going to work on the lower part of the body. So we're going to raise the right foot, the right heel, and then lower it and raise the other leg. When you're on the rise position, you inhale. And when you shift, you exhale. And as we're doing this, we're working on all of the elements again. When we're pushing down on the heel, we're working on the earth element. We're working on the water element through the instep of the foot. The fire element when we're pushing down on the ball of the foot. The air element with the toes. And see if you can keep that breath going from inhale through the mouth, exhale through the nose. Through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Exhaling on the shift and inhaling when we're keeping the leg up. And one more time. And we can come to a stop. Okay. Now we're going to do a tucking exercise. So we put our hands behind our back, like on the lower part of our back, and we're going to tuck the tailbone forward. So tuck the tailbone, and on the exhale, release. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, release. This is very good for our grounding energy. And we definitely need to ground before anything can really work in the body, very much like a grounding wire, so that the fire doesn't get too hot. It also allows us to work on our posture, because it is said that 30% of our posture depends on how we carry the hip area. So strengthening the thighs, strengthening the legs is very, very good for us and very good for grounding the energy that we receive. Okay. We can release. And again, just let the energy go from your feet. And this time we're going to do the legs figure eight, the figure eight with the feet. So for this one, we're going to put our right foot in front. The left foot is only going to be about 2 inches behind the front foot, but it's going to be angled out where it's comfortable for you. And it'll be shoulder width. And we're going to do a figure eight with a half with each foot. So we're going to go heel to toe, and then go to the other side, heel to toe. So when you move your hip from one side to the next, you're going to the right direction. Heel to toe, heel to toe. And the arms don't do anything, they just hang there. You put a little bit of pressure and bend your knees a little bit. You feel this going in easier and easier with every turn. Heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. And this is a very, very powerful exercise, not only to balance the left and the right side, but to really strengthen every single tendon and muscle in our feet and our legs. Every tendon, every ligament, everything is used in this exercise. And some of you may be able to feel a little bit of this energy coming, and you can feel your hands tingle. So one of the true intentions of this Tai Chi Gung is that we feel the chi, the energy that is all around us. In the Christian philosophies, this is what we call the Holy Spirit. It's always around us, it's always with us. And when we become aware, we can be very, very grateful and allow that energy to guide us and to strengthen us. And so one of the things that we have to do is kind of slow down enough to be able to feel it. Because we're always, especially in this Western world, in a hurry. So the Tai Chi Gung exercises is really about slowing down enough to really remember who we are and what we're made up of, which is light. energy, and light. We are electromagnetic light beings. Okay, we're going to slow this one down a little bit and we're going to change feet. So again, we're going to put the left foot in front this time. This second foot 2 inches away from the front one, angled out. And we move towards the back foot with our hips. Bend the knees, heel to toe, 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 heel to toe. And the more you do this, you're going to do it. It feels good. You get into a real groove. Okay, we're going to slow it down. Okay, we're going to release that energy and we're going to go into our next exercise. And the next one is going to be a twisting exercise. We're going to put our right foot in front. We're going to tuck the tailbone, bend the knees. The left is about half a foot distance apart and angled out in a comfortable position for you. And 60% of our weight is going to go on the front leg. So this is strengthening our body, and we're going to be bringing that energy from the earth up and receiving the energy from top down. So the male and the female energies will blend, come together in the solar plexus. You can almost feel like a pull from the solar plexus. And just let those arms dangle naturally. Earth energy moving upwards. Heavenly energy is moving downwards. Male energy, female energy are meeting. The female energy of the earth comes up and creates a masculine energy. The masculine energy coming down creates a female, and they both meet and balance. This is a for balancing right, the male and the female energy, and the right and the left side of our bodies, as well as strengthening, grounding, and elevating all at the same time. And see if you can actually be aware of what your breath is doing. Remembering always, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And we can begin to slow it down a little bit. And as we're slowing it down, we're going to bring the energy and let go of the energy from the top of the head to your forehead, your nasal cavity, your oral cavity, the throat, shoulders, upper back, upper chest, upper arms, abdomen, and lower back, lower arms, the hips and the hands, the thighs, the knees, the shins, ankles, and the feet. And letting all that energy go to the earth. Come to a stop and release the exercise. And we're going to change feet. So the left foot front, about a half a foot in front of the right foot. Tuck the tailbone, bend your knees, 60% of the weight on the front foot. Turn towards the back, turn the hip towards the back foot, and twist to the other side. And let the arms just follow the trunk by themselves, not doing anything other than what the trunk allows them to do. And remember your breath. We can kind of like a tree blown in the wind. And one of the questions the Bhagavath are asked all the time was, why are these trees living to be hundreds or thousands of years old. And why are we living such short lives? Or maybe if we can be like the trees, we can enhance our lives. Okay, we can slow the movement down and let that energy begin from the top of your head, your face, your neck, your shoulders, your arms and hands and abdomen and hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, and your feet. And see if we can let that energy go deep into the earth and release the exercise. Okay, we have two more to do. I know it's
Two
hard
more.
for some of them, but
Yeah, I can't walk back any farther than where I'm at because I'm too close to.
all right. So the next one is called the crane exercise. So what we're going to do is breathe in and out 3 times. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And we're going to bend the upper neck, the upper shoulders, and just kind of let them relax. Take a big breath and exhale on the way back up. And we're going to do 3 more cranes. This time we're going to bend just the upper part of our body. Just relax it. Take a big breath. And on the exhale, release vertebra by vertebra. And bring it back up. And we'll do 3 more breaths. Now we're going to go all the way down to our waist. And then we breathe in, exhale, releasing vertebra by vertebra. Raise up and down. 3 more breaths. This time we're going to go as far as you feel comfortable. Take a big breath. Exhale. Way up. Inhale on the stretch. Exhale down the middle. And 3 more breaths. This one we're going to go again as far as you feel comfortable. And this is a great exercise for the whole endocrine system. It provides the benefits of a standing yoga exercise without the tension in the neck. The blood is nourishing our brain, and the endocrine system it gets happy. Mhm. Exhale on the way up. Inhale, stretch. Exhale down. And we're going to finish with 3 cranes. We're going to put our hands on our waist and go through our feet. And then we're going to go right into our Tai Chi swim. And for this, we just do a small little twist to see the range of our motion. And we're going to take one hand, pretend you're cupping water and bringing it over to the other side. And this is working with clearing all our chakras. So your hands can be in front of your face and encompass these 7 chakras. And with this exercise, after we've done all the others, you can really begin to feel that electromagnetic energy that we are surrounded with and we are made up of. You can feel it in your hands. Some of you might be able to feel it in your bodies. We're going to slow the movement a little bit and we're going to create smaller circles. And as those circles get smaller, maybe we'll find our hands facing each other. And at that point, we can move them side to side. And come to a stop, and we can play with that energy like an accordion by extending the hands and bringing them back almost together, but not quite, like an accordion. And now we can bring them about 2 to 3 inches apart without touching. We're going to do the same circling we did at the beginning, only the hands are not touching, but they may feel like they are. So this is the chi that we're always working with, that's always around us. When our chi is strong, it would measure about 7 feet in our light bodies around us. And that's what we'd like to maintain and expand from wherever we are. You can bring your hands back into your abdomen. Shake your feet and let the energy go. And thank you very much for attending the class. And if there's questions, I would love to answer some. I'll bring my chair a little bit closer. Okay. Hi.
Hi. That was good. That was very relaxing, actually.
Yeah, oh, it's so rejuvenative. It's very relaxing and it brings forth a lot of rejuvenation. A lot of people, even though these exercises are so mild looking, they're extremely strong and they're so vital. The movements are so precise for exactly what the body needs that it repairs the body and it gains strength very rapidly. We do them every day.
Wow. I can see how it would be really beneficial for doing on a daily basis. Um, I used to do it at home, yoga. I've never done Tai Chi before until now. But I used to do yoga. Rodney Lee, just a basic yoga.
Uh-huh.
Didn't have to go anywhere. Could do it right at home.
Well, and the yoga is excellent. The yoga exercises are excellent, but some of those postures are too stationary, and we just need to blend them in with the
Uh-huh.
movement and the breath.
Well, that was it's even though it's relaxing, it's energizing at the same time. Yeah,
Right.
I noticed that. That's cool. I like that a lot. So, I wanted to mention while I have the chance is that I do have a new YouTube channel, so you can ask questions on YouTube now too.
Oh.
I won't use YouTube unless if I'm going to be talking about things that are censored, but this isn't something that's censored. So, but you can find the channel under Gail of Gaia. They have some extra little letters there, but I don't think you'll need that. You'll recognize Gail of Gaia. I don't think there's anybody else with that. But just in case, it's the -QU4SD. I don't know if you have to use that or not. I haven't tried to.
So is that where you
That's the YouTube
is that
channel.
where you will have some of the past interviews, or where do you find those?
I guess I'm not really clear on
As a
what
YouTube channel. Yeah,
the YouTube.
you
That's
froze.
my new YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay.
So people can go to that if they don't like to go to Rumble or Odyssey or something like that, because what we do isn't something that would be censored. So that's a good thing. So people can find us on YouTube then. So that's a good thing. There's one other thing that I'd like to mention for the listening audience, and that's called the Food to Freedom. It's put on by Food Revolution, and right now you can watch the video for free. So that's something you might want to look into. And then again, Ambaya's
Food Revolution? Is that your
Food Revolution.
Ambaya Tai
Ocean
Chi
Robin
Gung?
put that on. It's a very plant-based eating concepts. And of course, here's your AmbayaTaiChiGung.com, where you'll have information for people about the Tai Chi Gung.
Well, and there's also the Ambaya Gold. Ambaya Gold is the bigger website. Ambaya Tai Chi Gung is just referring to the Tai Chi Gung, and it's going to be communicating with the circle of life. So if you go to the Ambaya Tai Chi Gung and press on the tab that says circle of life, it will connect you to be able to actually access the exercises. I think you have to register for, or at least give them your email in order to access the what's called the 45-day challenge, in which you will be encouraged to do this every single day, along with walking at least 20 minutes a day. And the teachers, have all done this. So I'm on my 12th 45-day challenge now. Definitely been beneficial. Yes, I love it. Mm-hmm.
So will we be continuing on with this on next Monday?
Okay, we will.
Okay. It's a interesting
Okay.
learning experience for me as well as my listening audience. So we will let me run by these by one more time. There's ambayataichigung.com. You might want to take that down. You can get information about what we've just done. I also this is a free film to watch now. It's Food to Freedom, Food Revelation, and it's the story of people who changed their diet and it changed their life. Their chronic disease went away. So that's something you might want to look into. And then, of course, I do have, for this particular show, you can go to the YouTube channel, Gail of Gaia, and if you have any questions during the live show, feel free to ask. Otherwise, and then I have a number of products that I do carry, and I appreciate it if you look at them. They're high quality products, including Ambaya Gold, high frequency nutrition, which is one of my favorites. And I have several others. But anyway,
I think you're
pardon? I didn't hear what you said.
we can't hear you very well. You're getting cut out. You're cutting
Oh, okay.
out.
It's okay. I think the sound
You're
is
getting cut out. You're cutting out, so we can't hear you.
See if I can fix it. Audio.
But you can put the Ambaya Gold website underneath also if you want.
Okay, I don't know what's going on or
Yeah,
why
you're frozen.
I don't know why the sound's not working right.
Maybe
But,
you can take me off.
yeah.
Well, you know what?
We pretty well
if
finished,
you take
aren't
me
we?
off, maybe you will be okay, and I'll just say goodbye.
I think so. We're pretty well finished.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you. We'll see you everyone next week. So come back.
Yeah.
We will continue with this educational series. Thank you. Thank you, Ambaya. I'll be in touch.
Okay, bye-bye. Let's see.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now. Don't look back now. Rise up, stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers, finding our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way. We control our fate. Destiny awaits. We are all the actors in the stories we create. Hope will be our guide. We'll no longer hide. When we roll like thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our color.